Hey everyone, and welcome to the last video in this series of getting started with HTML5. This is just going to be a short video where I give you a quick overview of the new HTML5 semantic elements and how they can be used to make your web page more organized, more search engine optimized, and have nicer code, easier to read. So first off, in HTML5, they addressed the problem of developers finding that they had loads of divs everywhere, and the div is just the container element. And you had a div with an ID or a class for your navbar, a div for your footer, a div for your content, a div for your sidebar, a div for your author part, and these were commonly used components of a web page. So what HTML5 said was, let's create special elements for these commonly used parts of a web page, the parts which every page has. So pretty much every web page has a header. I've got some example pages here. So this web page has got a header up here. It's then got an element which is probably called a side, which runs down the side. It's then got a figure here, and then it's got an article here, and at the bottom we see it's got a footer here. And most websites follow this general format of having a header, side menu, title, article, content, and then at the bottom a footer. So it makes sense to have special elements just for those parts of a web page. So if we look at this image here, we'll see that we've got the body, which we've already seen. This is not a new element. And then we've got the header, and the header has a navigation component. Then we've got a section, which has also got a header. It's got an article, and you can see how you can nest them and use them pretty much like divs. And there's a lot more. Sorry, I've lost my words. A lot more new HTML5 semantic elements than just this. And I'll go through them in the next series of more advanced HTML5 when I finished this series. But you can see here there's the details bit, there's figures, there's captions, there's marks. There's quite a lot. And it can be used to make your web page much more user-friendly. But the 6 most commonly used ones are header, footer, nav, section, article, and aside. And there's quite a good flowchart that I found on HTML Doctor's website, which can help you decide which elements, well, it's kind of common sense, but which element is appropriate for you to use. That can be found at this URL if you'd like to. And just to finish off, I've found this quite a funny picture too. Thanks for watching the whole series, because this is the last video. And I hope that it's helped you get started with HTML. And I'm going to make another series of more advanced HTML, as well as some CSS videos, JavaScript, maybe some PHP. So I hope that will help.